What's up, you guys? Coming to you live from Chicago, Illinois at the Benzinga Cannabis Capital Conference. I am here at the Tokin Shop Lounge, presented by Smoke Show Co. in collaboration with The Greens Podcast. Yes, The Greens Podcast is now here doing shows live from where we're at, and we're joined with an amazing guest today. This Tokin Shop Lounge is produced and made possible by Deep Brewed Partners. Shout out to them for supporting women in cannabis. We're here with so many women-owned brands, and we're just so excited to bring them to you guys so you can learn more about them. Really excited to welcome our first guest. Can you please share a little bit about you and what you do?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. I'm Dominique White. I'm the Director of People and Operations at Ivy Hall Dispensary. We're the first social equity dispensary open in Chicago, and we are the only store that has scaled to 10 locations out of the social equity group. So I like to refer to us as the biggest of the small guys.
So your position is something that's very particular. Do you find that position available in most dispensaries, or what makes it special that's so necessary in yours?
It's unique to Ivy Hall because we really have a huge focus on our people and our experience. We really focus on taking the transaction out of the transaction for people. You know, that feeling of standing in line, waiting to read a computer all by yourself without having a human being there to really personalize your experience. That is what we've tried to eliminate in our stores. So when you come into an Ivy Hall, we have neon lights like this that say, sit down and stay a while. Like, we want people to be educated on what they're putting in their body. We have live bud tenders who are extremely knowledgeable, and then we refer to them as the experts, and they're going to sit down with you and really figure out exactly what it is that you need, whether it's medicinal, whether you're just looking to have some fun. We want to make sure that you come back to us because we got you what you needed initially, and you had a great experience.
I'm really excited to see more spaces like this, because I think education is one of the biggest factors that influences purchasing decisions, right?
Absolutely.
And ultimately, you know, if you're a dispensary, you want to get those sales, you know, education goes hand in hand.
Definitely.
And really meeting your customers where they are as well. So I want to dip into marketing strategies and levers, because ultimately these are actionable items that each dispensary can execute to really get that change that they're looking to see financially. So I wanted to ask you about ranking your top 3 marketing levers and strategies to execute in cannabis retail. One of the hardest things to do is strengthen and grow cannabis retail. What are those 3 strategies?
Sure. So I'd say the first strategy is to really believe in and really put your money where your mouth is when it comes to community outreach and giving back. There's so many communities that were negatively affected by the failed war on drugs. So it's up to us as dispensary owners now and operators to give back to those communities and really show them love. A few things that we've done in particular for one of the areas that our stores in the Glendale Heights area, we networked with their chamber. We were able to purchase a cadaver dog for their police department. So this dog helps the police force to identify missing persons, find bodies that may be in a home that was on fire. There's so many things that this dog can do, and the dog's name is Ivy. She's a cute little bloodhound, but those are the types of ways we can give back. We've also hosted expungement events for different people who have backgrounds due to having cannabis, and now there's people getting rich from it and have their own stores. So we've hosted these events with lawyers who've offered their services free of charge to help people expunge their background. So there's so much that goes into that community outreach. While it is a marketing tactic, it really is designed to continue to give back. We've also done, I think, another really good way to hit those communities and really be a part is to make sure that we are giving back to the people who are spending their dollars with us. Ivy Hall, we just had a top spenders event about 2 weeks ago where we identified, ran some data, the top spenders at all 10 of our locations were invited to a party. We did a glass blowing event. We created a huge glass piece.
Love that.
Raffled it away. It was nothing like this Moda Glass Girlfriend, but it was really, really nice, and we had an infused dinner for them. So they were able to sit down, mingle, interact with each other, interact with their favorite bud tenders that they see in the store, in a way that they wouldn't be able to at the store level. So it was really great, and it feels good to give back to those who support you. And then, that final marketing tactic I say would be the best thing for us is finding out those events and those different things that make people want to come to your store. We had a really streamlined focus this year for like Easter and 420 to have people come in the stores. We did a whole Easter egg hunt and a giveaway and chocolates, and it just was really centered on the experience. It all goes back to that. So anything that you can tie in your customers to make them have some fun, come to the store, get some products that maybe
and keep coming back,
coming back, because that's what we need. me
Yes,
the
I think
customer.
all the best dispensaries are providing much more than just the products. The products, if anything, are kind of just the beginning, because you should be providing an experience and a refuge, right? Like a place for relief,
a safe space,
to learn. So thank you for providing those, and for anybody watching out there, those are your strategies. That's the sauce at the end of the day, right?
Absolutely.
So what are the next 3 marketing levers and strategies that actually should be taken off? What shouldn't people be doing?
You know, we shouldn't be texting anyone. You know, I think people want their freedom to come into a dispensary, right? It's some people want their privacy in that.
So text blasts? You're saying
blasts
no on the text blast?
We have not seen positive returns from texting people. People want their privacy. They want to be able to shop when they shop, you know, and we can give them an email or a reminder or, you know, any type of communication. But I think texting is a little crossing the line, a little boundary.
You know, now that you mention it, I think when I have gotten texts, I have been a little bit like eye roll. Like,
it makes you automatically want to unsubscribe.
Also, like, where'd you get my number? And then I'm like, oh, did I opt in? And then it's just like a lot.
It's like you breached my data here. Like, texting is an absolute no-no. So I would say stay away from that. I also would try to stay away from like different programs where people have to, you know, just show pictures of themselves or give too much information. People like that kind of incognito. I was here, but I wasn't here. You see me, but now you don't. We have to communicate with our customer in a way where we're not pushy. We're not, you know, selling used cars here. We're giving them an outlet of themselves when it comes to cannabis. So just respecting their privacy and communicating in them in a way that's thoughtful and it's not overwhelming. So stay away from those text message blasts. Stay away from, you know, emailing them every single day. Wait till it's something really worth communicating, and then you'll see your customers pour in organically.
Communicate intentionally. I think sometimes people feel like they have to communicate, like they have to say something, right? Like, let me just send him an email and say, have a happy day. But sometimes that could lead to unsubscribes, right?
They know you're there.
Goes against the goal.
Absolutely. And then lastly, I would say just make sure you have the right people in place. You know, it's all about how you make people feel. They'll forget what you said or what you did, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. So having the right people in place to really coach them through the experience, whether they're brand new to cannabis or they're someone who's an avid user and know exactly what they're looking for, you got to have those people who are able to read the room, give that customer or that you know, client what they're looking for, and point them in the right direction. If they want to get in and out, great. If they want to sit down and have a conversation, even better. Let's walk you through this, but we have to, you know, be able to read the room and have that that level of experience.
Be able to read the room, right? And tailor what's needed. So lastly, I would love for you to tell us about the first time that you bought weed from a dispensary. How did you find it? How was your experience? And what did you like and what did you dislike about how bringing marketing to what we're dealing with today?
Sure.
You know, overall.
My first dispensary experience was actually in Vegas. I was out on the strip shopping with some friends.
Vegas.
Yeah. And we came across a dispensary. I forget the name of it now. I think it was Apothecary or something. But when I walked in, it was, I'll never forget, I was so excited because I love cannabis and I wanted to try out this for my first time. Walked in and was met with a computer and a paper menu. Remember those? And I'm like, okay, well, I'm from Illinois. I don't know what the, you know, weed out here is like. Like, I would really, you know, hope that someone would be able to help me through the experience. And unfortunately, that was not what I got at all. I ended up making some random guesses and I ended up, you know, with some decent products. But how much better could my experience have been had someone kind of led me through that? And I always, you know, took that back with me when I started working in the cannabis industry. I came from working in luxury retail where you have to really read people and clientele. So that's been a big part of what I bring as the director of operations to Ivy Hall, is that luxury feel, that luxury experience. Making sure people know that they're seen, that we see you in the store, we want to help you out, we want to make sure that you're getting the right products. And, you know, ultimately when I left that dispensary, that was the main thing that I thought, how can I have had an even better experience? And it was all about that interaction, you know? So that's something still to this day that we hold very high in regard at Ivy Hall, with hiring every single associate, is making sure that we're picking the right person for the right reasons to represent our brand and ultimately give our customers that wow service.
Wow, it just really sounds like what you guys are doing is just the next level.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that a lot of dispensaries can really learn from this because folks think it's so easy to just get a license and then open up. Oh, weed's going to sell itself, right?
No.
But that's really not the case.
It is not that simple. You have to have great cadences in place. You have to have the right people in place.
Yes.
And, ultimately, in the right marketing tactics, of course, reach your customer and make them repeat. But it's really up to, about treating people right. And they'll come back and see you again.
About treating people right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Where can people follow you and your work?
Sure. You guys can follow us on Ivy Hall Shop. That's our Instagram page. We're also Ivy Hall Dispensary on Facebook. And then, of course, I'm High Heel D on Instagram. So check me out. I'm always posting about the latest Ivy Hall events, where we're going to be at, popping up, and, the next exciting thing coming up. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks, Susie.